This news update is brought to you by...
Got kids? Then you need video on demand from Flow, with hours of entertaining shows and movies for boys and girls of all ages. There's always something to watch. Simply press the VOD button on your Flow remote. This is how we do TV. This is how we Flow.
It's Wednesday, February the 10th, 2016, and this is your Barbados Today morning news update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. In our top story, despite a recent drop in world prices, Barbadians continue to pay more for gasoline and other energy products than the majority of their CARICOM community neighbors. In fact, the domestic price of gas remains well above the global average, with motorists here currently forking out $1.35 per liter, which is 38 cents above the world average of US 97 cents, as at February the 8th. Our Fernella Redderburn reports.
Only Monday, the Division of Energy announced the latest adjustment to the prices of gasoline, diesel, kerosene, and liquefied petroleum gas, saying the adjustments were due solely to changes in the cost, insurance, and freight of these products. In a statement issued by the Barbados Government Information Service, the division said that the retail price of gasoline will move from $2.71 per liter to $2.69 per liter, while the price of diesel will drop from $1.89 per liter to $1.82 per liter. The ministry also announced that the price of kerosene had fallen to 80 cents per liter from 95 cents. The ministry said that these represent decreases of 2 cents, 7 cents, and 15 cents per liter, respectively. However, even with these changes, the domestic prices of these vital energy products remain higher than the world and Caribbean averages. A check with globalpetrolprices.com, the online database which constantly tracks the movement of energy prices, showed that Barbadians are paying the most for gasoline in the region, along with Cuba at US $1.35 per liter. Fernella Wedderburn, Barbados Today.
Fear is gripping residents of Bibby's Gap House Road, St. Michael, as the threat of the mosquito-borne Zika virus looms large. Despite the best efforts by residents to keep their surroundings clean, danger lurks in the form of a filthy canal congested with overgrown grass, foul water, garbage, and an unpleasant odor. Residents see it as a perfect breeding site for the Aedes aegypti mosquito, which spreads the virus. Vanessa Pilgrim is an expectant mother-to-be who cannot help but worry about the threat of the virus. She knows that the Ministry of Health has confirmed that 3 pregnant women here have contracted Zika, and she is aware of the reports of the yet unproven link to microcephaly. Because Pilgrim does not want to be among the statistics, she and her family are doing everything possible to avoid getting bitten by the Aedes aegypti mosquito. One businessman whose outlet is situated directly in front of the canal joined the call for regular upkeep, while another entrepreneur said it was virtually impossible to extend his business hours past 6 p.m. The mother of the 14-year-old student at the center of the rapper controversy at the Springer Memorial School is taking matters into her own hands as she attempts to find a satisfactory solution to the 8-week-long dispute. Although she has referred the issue to her attorney, Alicia Weeks yesterday revealed plans to stage a quiet protest this weekend, complaining that she had not had justice from the Ministry of Education. Having previously indicated a desire to have the child transferred to a school of her choice, Weeks now seems to suggest that the best outcome is an amicable solution to the row with Springer. Chief Education Officer Karen Best has been quoted in a Barbados Government Information Service release as saying that the student had been transferred to Ellerslie Secondary School. However, Weeks has rejected the transfer. The new development came as prominent lawyer Robert Bobby Clark charged that those responsible for keeping the child out of school were committing an illegal act, and president of the Clement Payne movement and attorney David Comashong placed the onus strictly on the Minister of Education, Ronald Jones, to end the dispute.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. I'm praying for my Caribbean gem that she will
Barbados.
against suffering can see.
Across these 166 square miles, in every parish, in every community, in every sector, in every home, in every sphere, you can find a gem, a Belgian gem. Celebrate their stories as we celebrate 50 years of independence.
Turning now to news from the region, tragedy has marred nomination day in Jamaica. Reports out of Kingston last night revealed that a motorcade of about 8 vehicles carrying opposition Jamaica Labour Party supporters was shot at in Flanker, St. James. The police have confirmed that at least one man is dead. The motorcade was also stoned. Meanwhile, 152 candidates were yesterday nominated to contest the February 25th general election. The two major political parties, the Jamaica Labour Party and the ruling People's National Party, had 63 nominated candidates each. The National Democratic Movement will have 7 candidates, independent candidates 10, the Marcus Garvey People's Political Party 6, and the People's Progressive Party 2 candidates. Another party called Hope nominated 1 candidate. In more regional news, a security dragnet was thrown over Port of Spain, Trinidad yesterday, bringing the journey into the city for the pre-dawn carnival jump-up to a virtual crawl. In an effort to ensure a violence-free Juve, the police service deployed dozens of officers on the fringes of the capital. We witnessed the meticulous security operation in this TV6 News report.
Rags in the air, but not for the revelry. The elevated arms facilitated pre-dawn frisking.
Come green cap, take out your cap.
Complete with scalp check. Not even the follicles was safe. Police officers combed through personal belongings, checking not just for weapons and drugs, but also for valid documents.
Besides looking for unlawful weapons and so on, you have traffic offences and at times like this, people tend to be unlawful, to be lawless and break traffic offences and so on. So that we are doing a zero tolerance approach.
The roadblocks on the Eastern Main Road and on the priority bus route coming into Port of Spain created traffic stretching back to the Angostura compound in Laventille. Carloads of people were scrutinized, with no crevice left unchecked.
On the international scene, billionaire Donald Trump last night won the New Hampshire primary in the Republican race for U.S. presidential nominee. Bernie Sanders took the Democratic vote ahead of former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. New Hampshire is the second state to vote after Ted Cruz won last week's Iowa caucuses for the Republicans and Clinton for the Democrats. The primary is likely to give momentum to the winners heading on to the next contests in the South Carolina and Nevada. Democrat Bernie Sanders said in his victory speech that the U.S. government belonged to everyone and not just a handful of campaign contributors and their super PACs.
But I also hope that we all remember, and this is a message not just to our opponents, but to those who support me come together in a few months and unite this party and this nation, because the right-wing Republicans we oppose must not be allowed to gain the presidency. As we all remember, the last time Republicans occupied the White House, their trickle-down economic policies drove us into the worst economic downturn since the Depression of the 1930s. No, we will not allow huge tax breaks for billionaires. We will not allow huge cuts to Social Security, Veterans Medicare, Medicaid, and education.
That's news and sports. However, you can join us again this afternoon for more. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune into channel 101 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.